ASMR video. So in this video we're gonna be continuing with the interesting fact series, and in today's episode I will be whispering some facts about the states in the US. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. The first state we have here is Alabama. Alabama boy. Alabama is home of George Washington Carver, the man who discovered more than 300 uses for peanuts. I would love to know what those 300 uses are, because so far I only know one use for peanuts, and it's to eat them. Alabama is the only state whose official drink is an alcoholic beverage, specifically Kaneka Rich Alabama Fine Whiskey. Stink bombs and confetti are not allowed in Alabama. They are strictly illegal. By the way, if you are from one of those states, let me know if those facts are true or these websites are tripping. Alright, next state is Alaska. Alaska is home of the longest coastline in the US, specifically 6,640 miles, greater than that of all other states combined. Okay. Also, Alaska is known for fishing, mining, and oil, but its latest industry is peonies. Peony farms blossomed from 0 in 2000 to more than 200 in 2014, and currently they grow around 1.5 million stems a year. That's crazy. Very impressive indeed. There's a weird law in Alaska, by the way. No getting drunk in a bar. In Alaska, it is illegal to be drunk in a bar. Per state laws, a person who is already drunk may not, quote unquote, knowingly enter a bar to drink more or remain in the bar that got them drunk in the first place. That is a bit confusing. If you are from Alaska, let me know if that's true. Okay, next state is Arizona. Arizona is the home of the most telescopes in the world. That's very impressive. Arizona produces enough cotton each year to make 2 t-shirts for every American. That's 599 million t-shirts. That's crazy. No spitting is allowed in public in Arizona. You can get charged a fine of up to $2,500 and 6 months in prison. That's actually, pretty good, to be honest. I mean, why would you want to spit in public? The fine is a little bit hefty, and 6 months in prison is, imagine going to prison. and you're like, nothing really. I just, I was spitting in public. That's funny. But yeah, that's good. That's good. Very interesting indeed. Alright, let's keep going. Next state is Arkansas. Arkansas is the only active diamond mine in the US. It's famous for its diamond trade. Arkansas is the only state where tourists can search for diamonds in their original volcanic source. That's awesome. I should go to Arkansas. Look for some diamonds. Maybe get rich. I know it's not that easy. Just making corny jokes. By the way, I almost pronounced the state name wrong because it's spelled Arkansas, but it's pronounced Arkansas. So yeah, interesting as well. California. If it were a country, it would have the 8th largest economy in the world, beating out Italy, Russia, and India. California is a huge. Colorado. I know it's not pronounced that in the American accent, but it's more satisfying to, pronounce the R. Colorado. Just for the sake of tingles. Colorado. Raúl. It's so satisfying. Colorado is the world's largest silver nugget. 1,840 pounds, found in 1894 near Aspen. Okay. Connecticut. Bro, this word is so satisfying to pronounce. Connecticut. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Connecticut. It's amazing. Yo, where do you live? I live in Connecticut. I would say it all day, man. I would find excuses to say I live in Connecticut. It's amazing. Hold on, hopefully you pronounce it like that. Let me see. Connecticut pronunciation. Connecticut. Oh, Connecticut, okay. Connecticut is home of the first American cookbook published in Hartford in 1796. It was called American Cookery by Amelia Simons. Alright. Delaware is the state with the most generous laws regarding company ownership. That's very true. When I wanted to incorporate my marketing agency 2 years ago, I don't do marketing anymore, but when I, initially wanted to incorporate my marketing agency, I wanted to incorporate it in the US. So I asked some, professionals, and they told me that Delaware is the best state to incorporate an LLC. I ended up incorporating the company in the UK because of the fees and the time. I had to wait for like a month and a half for the paperwork to be done, and I had to pay up to $2,000 to my quote-unquote representative, because I don't live in the US, to take care of the paperwork for me. That was a little bit too expensive for my budget at the time, because I was you know, just starting out. So I ended up incorporating the company in the UK. It was done in less than 24 hours, like 10 hours, something like that. And I paid $20. You know, big difference. But yeah, the UK is a little bit forgiving when it comes for foreigners trying to incorporate a company in their country. You can do it in the US as well. I'm not saying you can't. It's just gonna be a little bit more expensive, and it's gonna take some time for the paperwork to be done, which is understandable. But yeah, just a fun fact there. Alright, Florida. The remains of an 8,000-year-old human civilization were found buried in a peat bog in Florida. The bodies were so well preserved that a human brain tissue was found in a woman's skull with her DNA still intact. That's crazy. Alright, Georgia. Georgia is home of the Girl Scouts, founded in Savannah by Juliet Gordon Law in 1912. Hawaii. By the way, we have a soda here called Hawaii. I'm not sure if it's like an international brand, but we do have a soda here with the name Hawaii. Hawaii is the only state covered entirely by its own time zone. Hawaii, Aleutian, also doesn't observe daylight saving. Okay. Oops, sorry. Next state is Idaho. Idaho is home of the longest main street in America, 33 miles to be specific, in Island Park. Illinois is home of the tallest building in the US. It's called the Sears Tower in Chicago. Indiana is home of the famous car race, the Indy 500. Also, at 8 p.m. on March 31, 1880, Wabash became the first city in the world to be lit by electricity. That's amazing. Bella ciao. Next state is Loa. The world's largest painted ball resides in Alexandria. The 4,000-pound baseball with a 14-foot circumference is the creation of Michael Carmichael. Hopefully I pronounced his last name right. Probably butchered it, but my bad. Michael began the project more than 50 years ago after dropping a ball in paint. He now adds another coat or two every year. Kansas. I love this name as well. Where are you from? I'm from Kansas City. so satisfying. I don't know why, but some U.S. states are just so satisfying to say. Connecticut and Kansas City. Kansas is the state that was proved to be quite literally flatter than a pancake. What? Scientists tested the flatness of the state against the topography of a pancake. On a 0 to 1 scale of perfect flatness, Kansas was flatter with a score of 0.9997. The pancake scored only 0.957. But it's worth noting that Kansas is not the flattest US state. The title goes to Florida. Oh, okay. Kentucky. Kentucky is home of the largest underground cave in the world, 300 miles long. It's called the Mammoth Flint Cave System. Interesting. Next state is Louisiana. Louisiana is home to the most crayfish. 98% of the world's crayfish. Maine is the loneliest number, the single state whose name is just one syllable, the lone state that borders precisely one other state, and the only state whose official flower, the pinnacone, is not a flower. Okay. Maryland is the wealthiest state in the country as measured by median household income. Maryland. Next, Massachusetts. 16 of the top 25 windiest US cities are located here. It's a good thing Boston has the T to protect people from cold and windy weather. In fact, Boston established the country's first subway system in 1897 per mental floss. That's a very interesting name. It's a bit tricky to pronounce for me as a non-English speaker, like not natively. Massachusetts. I believe one of my subscribers is from Massachusetts. Michigan. Michigan is home of the Cereal Bowl of America, Battle Creek, and produces most cereal in the US. Next, Minnesota. That's a satisfying name as well, Minnesota. Minnesota is home of the oldest rock in the world, 3.8 billion years old, found in Minnesota River Valley. Mississippi is home of Coca-Cola, the first bottled in 1894 in Vicksburg. So the first bottles of Coca-Cola were in Mississippi, specifically in Vicksburg. Interesting. Okay. Missouri is home of Mark Twain. characters such as Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. I know, Mark, not very familiar with the other ones. Montana, French Montana. The temperature in Loma once climbed from minus 54 degrees Fahrenheit to 49 degrees within 24 hours. That's insane. That's the largest one-day hike ever recorded. Wow. You know what I'm gonna do after this video, guys? I'm gonna get me a nice cup of hot chocolate with a little chocolate snack. I'm very much looking forward to that. I didn't want to eat it, like enjoy this little meal, if you want to call it that, while I'm recording, because you guys expressed your opinion about eating sounds. You guys do not like it, for the most part. Like, I just got 2 comments from Mr. Cheese and from Emma. Thank you so much, guys, for giving me your feedback, so I don't do it again. It was just few bites here and there in the video. I don't enjoy eating sounds myself. I find them super annoying. My sister loves eating sounds. She can't sleep to eating sounds. I find that crazy, bro. I can't. I'm just gonna smack my head if I was forced to listen to eating sounds for a long time. I just cannot handle them. But the reason why I was taking a few bites here and there, it's because there's people who enjoy them. That's why mukbangs get millions and millions of views. So I'm just trying to satisfy everyone. Actually, that was a lie. I was just hungry in the video, so I took a couple bites. Alright. Yeah, just keeping it real. I'm just kidding. Anyways, no more eating sounds. I may do some mukbangs in the future, because I did couple in the past. But you can ignore those videos. I'm not uploading them anytime soon because I don't like showing my face, but when I do eventually, I'm gonna post some videos. But don't worry, the eating sounds will be very, very gentle, and there will be more rambling than eating. Anyways, that is in the far future, because I don't see myself doing a mukbang anytime soon, I think. Anyways, dude, I should just keep reading the facts. Why? I just lose track and I keep rambling for ages. Alright, what is the next state? Nebraska. Nebraska is home of the only roller skating museum in the world in Lincoln. Okay. I'm pretty sure I butchered that, but my bad. Nevada is home to rare fish such as the Devil's Hole pup, found only in Devil's Hole. That's a funny name. And other rare fish. Other rare fish. New Hampshire. Okay, let me see how do you pronounce this. Is it New Hampshire? Give me a second, let me look it up. Hampshire, I guess. Give me a second. Just looking on Google. New Hampshire. Bro, I'm pretty sure whoever made this video is not an English speaker. New Hampshire. Anyways, New Hampshire or Hampshire, whatever, is correct me in the comments, is home to artificial rain, first used near Concord in 1947 to fight a house fire. Okay. New Jersey is home of the world's first drive-in movie theater, built in 1933 near Camden. New Mexico. According to New Mexico state law, quote-unquote, idiots are not allowed to vote. The statute does not give a clear definition of who fits that description. Okay. Oh, that's funny. I love facts like this, you know, light-hearted, funny, not very technical. New York is home of the first presidential inauguration. George Washington took the oath of office in New York City on April 30, 1789. North Carolina is home of Virginia Dare, the first English child born in America, in Roanoke Island in 1587. North Dakota is home of the geographic center of North America in Pierce County near Balta. Ohio is home of the first electric traffic lights invented and installed in Cleveland in 1914. Oklahoma. One of my subscribers is from Oklahoma. Shout out to you, Maya, if you're watching. Oklahoma is home of the first parking meter installed in Oklahoma City in 1935. Okay. Oregon is home of the world's smallest park, totaling 452 inches, created in Portland on St. Patrick's Day. Pennsylvania is home of the first magazine in America. It was called the American Magazine, published in Philadelphia for 3 months in 1749. Rhode Island is home of Rhode Island red chickens, first bred in 1854. South Carolina is home of the first tea farm in the U.S., created in 1890 near Somerville. South Dakota is home of the world's largest natural indoor warm water pool, called Evans Plunge in Hot Springs. Tennessee, I love Tennessee. I watch a lot of documentaries about Tennessee. Beautiful, beautiful state. And one of my favorite country songs is Tennessee Whiskey. Tennessee is home of Graceland, the estate and gravesite of Elvis Presley. Okay. Texas is home of NASA or NASA in Houston, headquarters for all piloted U.S. space projects. Utah is home of Rainbow Bridge, the largest natural stone bridge in the world, 290 feet high and 275 feet across. Vermont, hopefully I pronounced that right, is home to the largest production of maple syrup in the US. Okay, reminds me of Canada. Speaking of maple syrup, Virginia is home of the only full-length statue of George Washington placed the vehicle used by astronauts on the moon. Interesting. That's actually pretty amazing. West Virginia is home of marbles. Most of the country's glass marbles made around Parkersburg. Wisconsin is home of the typewriter invented in Milwaukee in 1867. And finally, Wyoming. There are only 2 sets of escalators in the entire state. Wow. Alright, that was it for today's video, guys. I'm sweating, that's why I was a bit, going a bit fast towards the end, because I need to open that window. I'm suffocating. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful night. God bless you, and yeah, make sure to join the Discord server. The link is in the description. God bless you. Bye-bye. Have sweet dreams.
player standing. Spike down B.
Together, we will bury them under their transgression.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
What's more is that I'm not tired. Are you?
Heal their healer.
One enemy remaining.
You are so
That Rift boy is going to teleport himself right into one of my traps.
Who's next?
Your duty is not over.
Last player standing.
Grounded.
One enemy remaining.
This is fun. Who needs training dummies when you have real dummies? Reloading. Ready for enemy speed. On my down. Enemy spotted B. Enemy spotted B.
Nowhere to run!
Enemy removed. Enemy spotted B.
One enemy remaining.
Here. Reloading. You up? Stay safe. Going back.
Feeling sight.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Deep breaths, everyone. Your hearts are pounding.
There. 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 Here. Here. just let them try to catch me.
Last player standing.
My ult's not ready.
Last round before the switch.
Don't be cheap. Spend it all before it's gone. Need a drop. Need a drop.
Enemy kill. Watch this. Placing swarm grenade.
Last player standing. Thirty seconds left.
Spike planted.
One enemy remaining. Switching sides.
So weird. Might as well give them to me.